Howdy, how's it going? Um, it's me. It's Tabs. So what I'm doing here today is I'm gonna show you how to make a vehicle. So we're gonna be making a well, this is gonna be a tank, but you can basically do the rest on it mostly. But I'm gonna teach you for this tutorial because there'll be more. Uh, I'm gonna teach you how to make a tank and also the basics of AW3 vehicle making. Uh, so we'll get started off. Um, so the thing with turrets, okay, so you got your stuff here. Body, main. The main is, the thing that isn't moving at all. It's in fact the thing. It's like the chassis of the tank, not the wheels, nothing like that. It's just this. Anything except for turret, guns, and the gun turrets, and then blah 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 blah. The turrets. Now here's something I've realized. Turrets, I don't know why, but they don't exactly like working with this. They don't like working with the vehicle models for some reason sometimes, but uh okay, cool. And weapon rotator sometimes, but I will see how this will go. I will like fix a problem or put a disclaimer that you want to change this. We're basically learning together. So before we do any sort of this, what we want to do is get our size correct. So we want to use a unit for good reasons, or if you do, you might want to use a vehicle that is 1890, not T80U. Where's mine? There it is. You will want to use references for vehicles. That is an absolute necessary. How's that? No. Not there. Let's say. It's just 3. Yeah. So you do that, get rid of that, slightly move it back, 1.5. Alright. So we got the size. This is very important to get the size correct because, it's gonna look odd compared to other vehicles and whatnot. And materials, we're just gonna keep it simple. Please do this one thing. Don't have smoothness. It depends on what you're going with for the model. Generally, I keep the smoothness into 0.2 for everything. And metallic, whatever. That unless it's your style to not do that, then go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't do this because it looks really awful. You can also use emissions, which is basically makes things go glow. Don't ask why I do it for the not glowy thing. Actually, that's a fair question. Why am I doing it for the not so glowy thing? I'll do that. Lights, you want to have, that on. I'll do red. I am going to be importing this model into the game, and then uploading it to the workshop so you can use this vehicle to whatever you want. I'm not gonna really do much else with it. I'll probably fix the materials later after this, but get your materials done, you get your name, blah blah era. Now this armor class and health points. So armor class, it reduces damage from, and also for projectiles. Each different projectile is different damage. Each weapon has like every set ammo. It's not the weapon itself, it's the ammo usually, unless it's custom or has some other things. they have the exact same damage with the ammunition. So World War II, it's good for like APCs and that, or just, you know, lighter vehicles. World War I's like cars and shit. That's what I use it for. Modern, if you're gonna use a tank, modern is your goal. And the health, I'll just keep it like 1,500. Nothing crazy, nothing too much. Tracks. Oh shit! Right, we gotta have to. Don't forget to do this one thing. Rotate the vehicle to the blue arrows, because that's where it'll be facing. If you don't, you're gonna have problems. A lot of them, because that's good enough. Generally because it's just gonna be a nightmare to deal with that if you do not know what you're doing. Tracks. This is very important, because tracks are what's gonna make your vehicle move. It's also kind of the navigation for it. So, except for the, well, I'll show you later. Basically, you want to have this set up, and you should be good. You just click that, look at it, increase if you need. I think he just wants it in the center usually. I keep it in the center because that's the best. Turret, yep, and then origin. Here's where you gotta adjust it a bit. Origin is where the turret rotates in that, and you just gotta keep it as centered as possible, if that's even possible for you. I am kind of looking at this, eyeballing it a bit, because that's all I can really do. That should be good enough. I don't care, it's good enough. Works. Rotation speed, you can adjust it, whatever. If you're, one thing, you can make it player controlled, except it'll turn all of your colliders from mesh, if you have done that, into convex, which is just that. Yeah. So you probably just want a bunch of cubes that don't affect too much. But if you're not gonna do that, it's just making it simple for you. Navigation area is where the vehicle is allowed to go. You just want to, you just want to adjust that as much as you can. That is no. Okay. About there. Make sure it's not like too much on one side compared to the other. Try to keep it somewhat reasonable. That would be good. Attack distance, we'll go with like 250, and then 20 for vehicles. Unit slots, you're gonna need a driver. No matter what, you're gonna need a driver for the vehicle. Thankfully, you can make them invisible and protected. Basically, unit cannot die until the vehicle's destroyed. It's usually for the drivers, so that should be good. I'll just do this. Next up would be, we got the weapons, but you can also have support and gunner. Support is just a normal unit, default unit that you can get. Vanilla units only if you're gonna use this, because it just needs a reference, and then you can, in the map, you can change the gunner in that. But the gunner, this is for weapon mounts and whatever. Basically, actually it doesn't need one. This is not a weapon mount. Whoops. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do support. I'll show you what I mean. So default units, you'll only use vanilla units, so keep that in mind. Again, we'll just go with like a G429. should have clicked that. Parent them with the turret, and then you can adjust their location. You could do whatever. You don't need to have a support. The AW3 community probably doesn't really care if you do or not. But yeah, you have your support there. Go down here. Main guns. This is the pain of a vehicle weapons. It's just the guns. It's literally just the guns. What are you? You're weapon. You are not the main. You are the support. Where's the main? You're the main. Can you do it to itself? I'll just do it here. I think you can do that. Horizontal is just... Oh, you can't do it with the tray because it already does it. Do that. For turrets, that will rotate the main gun or whatever, so it will just rotate around. I think that's how it works. I'm not too sure. I'm stupid as hell. Don't trust me on this. We'll just do this first. So this weapon, we want to do that. Set the origin of its parent, which is the thing that rotates. And this is a weapon rotator. This should work. If it doesn't, my bad. Horizontally, you want to change that. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Actually, you could just look up there, just copy it, basically. Again, I don't really fiddle too much with this. Bullet spawn, this is very important. This is where, you know, the bullets come out. Oh yeah, by the way, this Dshk model, a guy named NOIDEAWHATIMDOING, he made this. And he so gratefully, well, not gratefully, but very kindly gave me this model for the T80U, which is what this vehicle is based on, and it's exactly what it is the T80U. He gave this to me, and I know it's not the weapon that it really uses, but it's close enough, and I did not want to model my own machine gun again, and it looks cooler. Do this, grab its caliber, I think that's the caliber, right? What's that? I'll go with this. It's close enough, right? Yeah, it's close enough. I'll do that. Muzzle flash. Presets, you can do custom and make your own, but I just use the presets because I'm horrible at making effects. Heavy, explode on impact. Don't do this if it's just a normal machine gun. Well, you can do this, but you know, I don't care. I actually don't care. This is your creation, not mine. Just change this real quick. Yeah, that's good enough. Preset, tank. Tank is just a bigger, it's just an APC one, but a bit of smoke, I do believe. That should be good. Preset. RPG. So, yeah. Actually, eject shells, you're gonna want to have that for machine guns, especially if they have the ejection, which is something sorry, I'm mumble jumbling right now. it's something they normally do have. So just look at where the magazine is, have it pop out from the opposite of where the bullet would go, basically, and you should be good. There we go. Here, don't really do that for tanks, because no. Oh, sorry, the tank cannons, because it's not really gonna do that unless it has. I don't think there's really any models for tank shells unless you can make a custom. Hold on, let me check for you. Unless you can make a custom. No, you can't. So you have that. Yeah. You have that. You have your range. Linear. You have constant, square root. You have all that if you want to just do linear. I don't really touch those. Increase the size if you want. Damage 650. Flame damage if you want it to set people on fire. Whoops. That. And what we'll do is right. Test it. It's always nice to test your vehicles. So where are you? Machine gun. Okay. It needs one. If I do that. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I forgot to change one thing. Rounds per minute. What this is basically the attack speed of weapons. Muzzle velocity is how fast the bullet goes, and this is accuracy. I'm just gonna change this real quick. 45 is good. It goes into like a cone sphere over like a, you know, an angle. So the shorter it is, sorry, the smaller it is, the more accurate. The wider it is, the less inaccurate it is. You have it 0, then it's just gonna hit the target on this dot. Just increase this, like 5 or something like that. You got yourself a working tank. You have a vehicle which has a machine gun, I guess dude, and a main gun. You basically made a tank with this tutorial. You're welcome. Mounted, the way the mounted work is, you change the, hold on. You change the weapon from main to mounted, and if a mounted has its gunner, which is what the unit is here, the gunner, he mounts the weapon. If the gunner dies, the vehicle will, that weapon will basically be disabled and will not be able to fire at all. You cannot replace the gunner, as far as I know. Let's just increase this real quick. Hold on, I'll look at the accurate muzzle velocity, but now vehicle armor, you got basically modern armor. It's gonna be really good against normal bullets, up to 50 caliber, but basically anything above that or futuristic, as we've seen here, it will start to go. But if you don't want that to happen and you're evil, you set it to future, which means, hold on, whoops, future weapon, still shredded, grenade launchers, very little, 50 caliber barely does anything, RPGs, they still do a lot of damage, not because it's the RPG, but it's because the explosion damage. I'm pretty sure it's the explosion damage that ignores the armor, and the RPG just has a higher count. Future RPG, it basically the same as an RPG, but slightly better, as far as I know. So it's back down to modern. You got your vehicle, player controls, base transformation. This is basically just, hold on. This is basically the viewpoint of the player. Third person. You want to just have the turret change. Then again, it will change the player. The player should be able to get into the vehicle. It's a horrible fucking POV. We're gonna move it up. You got yourself a vehicle. Rotates normally. Scout? The fuck? Oh, that's just a gunner. See, never mind. You got yourself a vehicle. The weapon rotator will not rotate with the turret, which is a bit annoying, but it's whatever. I think. Yeah. You can move it. Oh, it's working actually quite well. Like AW3. You can have it move around. Shoot at some people or something. You've basically made a, as I said many times before, you've made your vehicle. No, I'm not going to tell you how to model a vehicle, because there's plenty of Blender tutorials that can help you with this. However, if you do not want to make your own vehicle or something, I will post the T80U link in the description, so you can take that into a blend file, play around with it, upload it to the, import it into AW3, put it into ground vehicles, and you can play around with that. So yeah, there's your vehicle, your tank. This is the tank tutorial. Next time I will be doing the APC tutorial for, it's just a extra thing. It'll be a lot smaller than this, because we'll just use the example I already have. And yeah, that is me.